For the first time in years, the Kelly Cup heads to the east and the north. This season has just ended, but it's already time to start thinking about the next one. And two longtime partners are making a change. It's time to wrap up 2018-19 with one more episode of ECHL Week.
Hi, welcome to our season-ending edition of ECHL Week, and we start today's show off, of course, by recognizing the Newfoundland Growlers as the 2019 Kelly Cup champions.
Out ahead, it touched through the middle, Marcus Power, toe drag, it on goal! What a stop there by Nagel!
Period, 30 seconds gone in the 4-on-4 as Goodbranson slowly creeps out from behind his own goal. Ferguson finds some ice, puts it onto the tape of O'Brien. He couldn't hang on to it. O'Brien, left wing corner, bodied hard by Hamilton, still has the puck. Bradley trying to free it up, and they will. The Growlers, out in front, they score! Matt Bradley! 1-0 Growlers! A buck 29 to go in the first. Look at this crowd! And it's going to be knocked down and held by Kestner. Up top, Ellenuk gets by his man, and on goal it's loose. They score! 2-0 Growlers! It's Josh Kestner! In the right wing corner, Pooley, he was tied up with Gazzola, and it's worked back up top for Tansey. Fakes and fires, he scores. What a response for Toledo. It's a brand new game. It's 2-1, just 2.5 minutes into the set at center ice. Get it and walk it over the line, stolen back Kestner. This could be a 2-on-1. Kestner has Ellenuk with him, finds the trailer. They score! What a shot! What a finish! 3-1 Growlers!
Giorgio Estefan scores at 10:04 to make it 3-1. What a shot by Estefan!
And it lands for Bershbach. The trailer is Tansey, and a stop was made by Gartag. Played ahead, too far for Estefan, but he'll skate and pick it up. Estefan curls to the middle, has an open look and scored! What a shot! Giorgio Estefan! Sit ahead to the line and not out. Partial odd man rush here. Cross ice, nice feed, storm through the middle, they score! 4-2. Come the walleye again. Pope in on the left wing side, throws it in on Gartang. He'll guide it into the corner. Pope trying to free it back up the walleye do in the right wing corner. Out of the corner, they score! Jenks. Oh, baby, it's a brand new game. 3:36 to play in the third. It in, Register, wide of the cage. Party off the boards, not out, behind the net. 7 seconds to go. Freed up in the corner. It's out in front. What a block! It rolls to the line. That's it! That's gonna do it! Hockey fans in Newfoundland and Labrador have been waiting a long time for this. The wait is over! For the first time in history, a professional hockey championship is coming to the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. Your Newfoundland Growlers are Kelly Cup champions.
Well, I think we were very fortunate to have the relationship with the Toronto Maple Leafs and top tier organization. So I think they supplied us with a lot of great players, and as the season went on, they just gelled together and became a real tough team to play against. I think it's amazing, and for the province of Newfoundland, we've never won a professional sports title, so it's our first for the province, and pretty bloody proud tonight, I gotta say. This place will be on wheels for a week, I can guarantee you. It's been a long time coming. I keep telling everyone we haven't won a professional trophy since John Cabot discovered Newfoundland in 1497. So it's been a long wait. It's been quite a drought.
Not at all. I mean, our group's been through a lot of adversities as the season's gone on, with just different things that maybe some other teams haven't seen this year, with the way we have to travel and some of the trips that we've had to take, and the call-ups that we've had within our organization and injuries. I mean, everybody goes through that kind of stuff, but we've managed to stay the course, and we've managed to continue to get better as the season's gone on.
It's tough to put words on it right now. It's still it's going to take a while for it to sink in, but obviously the first thing is just we're so happy for the group, so happy for the organization. We've put a good plan in place. We had the right people in place, and we're able to achieve what we talked about doing at the start of the season. So it's an amazing feeling. Well, I think it's just to get everybody to understand what our main goal is and what the direction is that we want to go. There's a bunch of new people, from staff all the way down to the players, and that just kind of finding our common ground. And I thought we were able to do it quickly, and I thought we were able to maintain it throughout the season. You know, it started when Ryan started it with what our standards are, and then we maintained it throughout the rest of the season.
This time last year, we were a sheet of paper with blank on it, no name, no logo, no organization, and to do what we've done this year, to be where we are at this point in time, none of us would have dreamt that a year or so ago. We were just happy enough to get in the league and try to put off a good performance. So yeah, it's certainly gratifying for everybody involved in the entire organization.
You have to have the mentality of attention to details, and if in this league or any other league, if you take that 1 second or half a second off, there's an opportunity for the other team to score. So I think, especially in playoffs, you just have to have the attention to details.
I think you could see with the crowd tonight what it means to the city. It's they've never had one, and it's an opportunity for them. We finally brought one to them. You know, it's a proud province, and it's an amazing place to live with the people. They're so welcoming and accommodating to everybody here, and it's real special to be able to deliver for them.
I mean, you just got to kind of ignore the crowd and just embrace what's in front of us, and play within the boards, and take it shot by shot and just do what I can do best.
Tons of fun. I love these guys. It's a great group, and they're like brothers to me.
The playoff MVP speaks, plus news from around the league when ECHL Week continues.
Let me tell you about Pete, who always wanted to play pro hockey. Pete played since he was 3 and begged his mom to let him stay on the ice. Pete practiced and practiced until one day, when he was 37, Pete realized he just wasn't that good, so he threw his skates in the trash. But then again, Pete did switch to Geico, which saved him a bunch of money. So it all worked out.
Of course, with the end of the postseason comes the announcement of the most valuable player for the Kelly Cup playoffs. The Growlers' Zach O'Brien earned the June M. Kelly Playoffs Most Valuable Player Award. O'Brien led all players in the 2019 postseason with 16 goals and 29 points. The 16 goals are tied for the second most in a single postseason in ECHL history. The playoffs MVP trophy was renamed earlier this year in honor of June M. Kelly, the wife of ECHL Commissioner Emeritus Patrick J. Kelly, for whom the Kelly Cup is named. Mrs. Kelly was an integral part of the ECHL from the league's inaugural season in 1988-89 through his retirement following the 1995-96 season.
Words can't really describe this right now. I never thought I was going to be able to play pro hockey in my hometown. I've been away for 8 or 9 years now, and to be able to come back and win a championship in the first year is absolutely amazing. I'm so proud of all these guys. Words can't really describe. From top to bottom, NHL, AHL, ECHL, everything's first class. They take care of us so well. Nothing but amazing things all year. I can't say enough good things about the organization, and it's an honor to be a part of it. First pro championship in Newfoundland. You can tell everyone's so happy, all the fans. They've waited for this for a long time. And to be able to have my friends and family here watching all year, I feel really blessed right now.
A change of affiliations with an NHL team leads off our news from around the ECHL. For the first time, the Florida Everblades are making an NHL affiliation change. The Blades will serve as a developmental affiliate for the Nashville Predators and the American Hockey League's Milwaukee Admirals starting next season. Coincidentally, both the Blades and Preds were founded in the same year, 1998. And since that time, Florida had been the ECHL affiliate of the Carolina Hurricanes, a team owned in part by Peter Kamanos Jr., the Everblades owner. We are incredibly grateful to the Hurricanes for their support over the past 21 seasons, said Florida team president and general manager Craig Brush. The stability and consistency of such a long-lasting, mutually beneficial relationship played a key role in our success. Nashville did not have a formal ECHL affiliation last season. The Wichita Thunder have extended their affiliation deal with the NHL's Edmonton Oilers and the AHL's Bakersfield Condors through next season. This will be the third year for a Thunder-Oilers-Condor affiliation. With the new head coach, Bruce Ramsey, Wichita is looking to get back to the playoffs after missing out this past season. 11 players from last year's Thunder team earned AHL call-ups. We've greatly enjoyed our partnership with Edmonton the last 2 seasons, said Thunder General Manager Joel Lamerno. We've seen some great players assigned to us and look forward to watching them progress on their way to the NHL. Fort Wayne has opted for a familiar name as its new coach. Ben Boudreau will be the Comets' third ECHL bench boss. He replaces Gary Graham. Boudreau has spent the last 5 seasons as an ECHL assistant coach, the last 2 with Fort Wayne after time in Bakersfield and Norfolk. During his playing days, Boudreau competed in a couple of leagues no longer in existence, as well as the ECHL and Southern Professional Hockey League. He also had a stint in France. He's confident that his Comets background will help the team to success next season.
Yeah, I think there's a good nucleus of people that we want back, that we will have back. Not having to understand what the culture is, the history is, how the city works, how the organization works, all that should be a smooth transition.
Ben's dad, Bruce, the current coach of the NHL's Minnesota Wild, both played for and coached the Comets in the 1990s.
You want to talk about literally walking in somebody's shoes. I mean, this is going to be as close to as what it gets. I mean, this is the history here. It's funny when you talk to people, even the secretaries in the front office. David, I was a little kid scraping my knees and elbows at the Coliseum on rollerblades going up and down the ramps when I was 6-7 years old. And fast forward that almost 30 years, and here I am being charged with the responsibility to drive this team into the playoffs and hopefully a championship. But I couldn't be happier.
ECHL season number 32 will begin on Friday, October 11th, and will include 26 teams being involved in a total of 936 scheduled games extending through Sunday, April 5th, 2020. The opening night schedule will feature the Kelly Cup champion Newfoundland Growlers starting their 2nd season and defense of their title against the Reading Royals at the Mile 1 Center in St. John's. 14 other teams open their seasons on October 11th. Opening weekend continues on October 12th with 12 more games, including last season's Western Conference champ, Toledo, starting its slate at Brampton. 23 of the ECHL's 26 teams will open their home schedules over the first 2 weeks of the season. The final teams to play a home game will be Indy and Rapid City on Friday, October 25th, and the Walleye, which will raise its conference championship banner at the Huntington Center on Saturday, November 2nd against Florida. The season wrapped up with some really great games. Let's take a look at the Kelly Cup Finals highlights. Josh Kestner's second goal of the game, 5 minutes into overtime, helped Newfoundland to a 4-3 win in the series opener. The Growlers built a 3-0 lead before the Walleye tied the game with 3 goals in 6 minutes during the third period, setting the stage for Kestner's heroics. Scott Pooley scored both of Newfoundland's goals, including the game winner 16:01 into overtime, as the Growlers came away with a 2-1 victory on home ice. It was the first time that the first 2 games of a Kelly Cup Finals series have both gone to overtime. Three goals in 4:31 late in the second period made the difference in Toledo's 4-1 victory. Shane Berschbach had 2 goals and an assist for the Walleye in their first home game of the series.
Off it goes the Wolf, back to the line register. Goes across, Berschbach, a shot, he scores!
This was the only game of the series won by the visiting club. The teams traded goals in each of the first 2 periods, but shortly after the Growlers' Darian Plouffe blocked 3 slap shots during a Toledo power play, Newfoundland responded with a pair of third-period goals in just over 2 minutes to earn a 4-2 victory. Brady Ferguson had a pair of goals for the Growlers. The third straight record sellout crowd in Toledo looked on with delight as Ryan Obakowski scored a shorthanded goal and A.J. Jenks found the net within the space of 96 seconds in the second period as the Walleye held on for a 3-2 win. Tyler Spezia added a goal and an assist for the winners. Toledo goaltender Pat Nagel was especially impressive in making 28 saves, including the last 12 he faced. Nagel played more minutes than any other goalie in this season's Kelly Cup playoffs. It's worth noting that former NHL star and St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador native Ryan Clough started the season as the Growlers' head coach, but he left the team in January for health reasons. At that point, that assistant coach, John Snowden, took the reins of the club and led it to the championship. Snowden's just the 4th head coach in league history and only the 2nd since 1990 to win an ECHL title in his first year as head coach. Also worth pointing out, it was the 2nd Kelly Cup title for Newfoundland defenseman Sam Jardine, who also won a crown with Colorado in 2017. And trivia buffs will be interested to know that the Growlers were the 14th team in the ECHL's 31 seasons to earn the league championship trophy on home ice.
Toledo Walleye members talk about the season. Next on ECHL Week.
I had to work to get where I am. Nothing was given to me. I'm not the biggest. I'm not the strongest. But I will work the hardest. I drink Cocoa 5 because it keeps me hydrated and lets me focus on doing what I love. This game takes a toll on my body, but I can't take any days off. It's a grind, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Cocoa 5, keeping you in the game.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Of course, in any playoff series, one team has to finish second. Let's hear from some members of the Toledo Walleye.
It was right there. You could feel it. You could touch the very end right there. The Kelly Cup in the building, ready to go, and right after the game, it was like, let's keep playing. Like, let's keep going. I think we still have a chance. Obviously, the season was over, but I'm hungry, and to be right there, to see how close we got. It's just going to drive myself, drive our staff, drive the returning players. It's a hunger. We want to get back there. We want to get the job done.
You know, it's not just us. The way you guys create this atmosphere in this rink, it's literally second to none. So, you know, and all the businesses you're bringing to the local businesses downtown Toledo with all your attendance all the time. You know, you really light this town up. And, you know, on behalf of the players and myself, I really just want to, you know, thank you guys for everything you've done for us. You know, those Kelly Cup final games were really something electric. I don't think any of these guys or myself have ever played in, you know, an atmosphere like that.
We knew Toledo was a hockey community and a hockey market. We definitely knew that going into this. I don't know if we thought it would be what it is today, and it continues to grow. The fan bases just continue to get stronger and stronger, and when you look at these playoff games and you see the support of downtown Toledo, not just at the Huntington Center but throughout the community in downtown, it says accolades about our community and the support that the team has gotten. It's been fantastic for us.
Didn't quite accomplish everything we wanted to, but
weren't getting anywhere close to that without all of your guys' support. So thanks again for all of that. Not only this past year, this past 5 years, everything's been unbelievable, and it just keeps getting better. And I do think we're staying on track and building towards something big.
That wraps up Season 7 of ECHL Week. We thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the program all season. Make sure to follow us on our social media channels during the summer. We keep you up to date on everything that's going on throughout the league, even when the games aren't being played. We'll take it home today with a look at sights and a listen to sounds from the Kelly Cup Finals. Have a great summer. See you next time.